My name is Jimmy Geiger. I'm a trumpet player with神韻Performing Arts. I've been with神韻since 2013, so it's been 10, 12 years now that I've been performing. I had a lesson in high school at Eastman School of Music with Doug Prosser, and I think he asked me specifically, "Are you Catholic?" And I said, "Yeah, how did you know?" He said, "I can hear it in your sound." And he said, "You're striving for perfection in your sound without really kind of going for anything else." The goal of that lesson was, okay, you can give yourself a little room for failure to learn things. That's always stuck with me. And so now when I think about like how does my faith in Falun Dafa influence the way I'm playing, I think about the purity of the beliefs that we have. Not the purity of us as people, but the purity of the beliefs. And I strive for that in purity of sound, in purity of every aspect of making music. Do I have the right thoughts going into this? Is my mind clouded by something else? Am I bringing baggage from outside into a rehearsal or into the practice room? I think so. I think it's pretty evident in the audience reactions that we see every year. Very rarely in performances outside of神韻have I seen so many audience members crying or being moved, or the interviews they give afterwards. I think that's hard to find in other types of shows. I think it's hard to personally see changes. The biggest aspects of Falun Dafa was take a look inside and see the problems within yourself instead of trying to look outside and blame others for your problems or the world for your problems. And that's a hard thing to do. So it's hard to see the progress in myself because I'm always finding shortcomings. But if you ask my family, if you ask my friends, if you ask my wife, I think they would definitely say there have been changes. I'm from Georgetown, South Carolina, a small town. I call it right between Myrtle Beach and Charleston. I moved to Cincinnati for college and then went back to South Carolina for more college and then North Carolina for some more college. And after kind of freelancing in North Carolina for a little while, I applied for a position with神韻. I bought a one-way ticket to New York City and I never went back. I'd heard about it before. There was a job posting that was up, just kind of out of curiosity. I sent an email and I said, "Hey, are you still looking for trumpet players?" And I got an email back saying, "Yes, please send us a video." And yeah, I guess the rest is kind of history. It was the faith of everybody around me that was really very moving. I thought to myself, like, so many people believe in this. Let me just see what this is about. If you have seen the show, then you can absolutely see the effect of the intensity of the training. We strive for perfection. What we are trying to produce, it's going to take long hours of rehearsal. It's going to take sacrifice. It's going to take everything that you're willing to give, and you get a lot back. Obviously, there is a sound difference between Eastern and Western music. It's going to sound different, but ultimately, I think what we as musicians are trying to do is to depict what's going on stage, to depict the story, I'd say. And so going for character depiction first and foremost, rather than this style of music. I subscribe to James Clear. He wrote the book Atomic Habits, and he has a weekly newsletter. And one of the most recent ones, the idea was if you want to learn something, really learn something, teach it. And I didn't realize how much I didn't know until I started teaching. The biggest thing I've learned is like how ignorant I am once I had to start teaching. It's made me more organized. It's made me a better musician. I hope, hopefully, just a more patient person as well. I tell them often, like, I'm pretty envious of the environment that you have here, where there is a care, a definite care about who you become as a person. It's moving and it's touching to see. As a teacher, I've said many times they're very lucky, and I think I'm very lucky also to be somewhat involved with that. there's going to be a lot of people out there who want to influence you to think the same way that they do. Stop. Take that step back. Think about what you really believe and let that be the guide. Let yourself be guided by your moral values, and that's it.